Hi, this is Lambs on the Lamb, and we are Matt and Mary Lamb, and this is our middle class midlife makeover in Costa Rica. So today we have a fun topic. People compare their home country to coming to Costa Rica, and oftentimes in a negative way, like, well, back in my country, we did it this way, and that was so much better. Today, I want to talk about a few things that surprised us when we got to Costa Rica that are actually, I think, better than where we came from.
Absolutely. Yeah, one of the things that we've noticed here is how beautiful the currency is. So in the United States, all the bills are the same size and they're all the same color. And if you're flipping through and you're looking at the corner, you know which denomination you have. Is it a 5, a 10, a 50, whatever? But in Costa Rica, the money is different colors. So your 1,000 colones is red and it's shorter. It's the shortest bill you have. Then the 2,000 is blue and it's a little larger. The 5,000 is yellow. Anyway, it's a little bigger and they're beautiful. They have these beautiful images of various animals that are native to the country. They usually have this holographic sort of cutout.
Translucent.
Right. They're just really beautiful. And it's so much easier to know what bill you're looking at because you start to learn what the colors are. And when you stack them all up, you can see 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000. You can see all the numbers because they're all slightly, the higher the currency, the denomination, the taller the bill is.
Right.
And so you can see what denomination you're looking at just at a glance. It's so easy.
And the coins aren't necessarily any prettier, but
No.
they're just a lot more logical. The largest 500 colony coin is the biggest coin.
Right.
The next smallest is the 100. The next smallest is the 50. Unlike in some countries where the 10 cent is smaller than the 1 cent.
Right.
They don't do that here.
Right.
So that really impressed us. We first got here, I went into the bathroom to wash my hands, and I couldn't figure out, there was no sink stopper. So I was trying to figure out because the sink stopper was all the way down, and I was looking for the little lever so I could wash my hands. Couldn't find it. As you see here, I'm fumbling for it, trying to figure out what's going on. And voila, look at that. That's pretty freaking genius, in my opinion. Spins around, turns around,
So
goes,
simple.
Yep, opens, closes, and it won't break. I've had to replace sink stoppers in the houses I've had because they rot out and things like that. This thing ain't going nowhere. It's such a great, great design.
So simple. It's just so simple and so effective.
Right. We also had an issue with our kitchen sink. The aerator, the little screen that's at the bottom of the faucet that keeps the water coming out nice and smooth, ours didn't have one, rectangular shape.
As opposed to a circle where it's super easy to just go out and buy a new circle and you just screw it on and it's easy. But our faucet is shaped weirdly. And this is a rental house, so we're not changing out the faucet. And so we just thought, well, I guess we're stuck with the water shooting into the sink and spraying everywhere.
So I went to the local hardware store, talked to the guy as best I could in my bad Spanish, and this is what he recommended. And it's so simple. It was $2. Pops on the faucet. Doesn't matter what size or shape your faucet is, and it works. It actually even kind of works like a sprayer. You can point it around the sink. So instead of going from that rainfall splash into the sink and getting everything wet everywhere, now the water comes out nice and smooth and you can point it where you want it to go. And it's just, I was so impressed. I'd never seen them before.
I literally was wearing an apron every time I did dishes or had to do anything in the sink because it would just splatter so much and I was getting water all over me. So I would wear an apron just to wash some dishes. It was really silly. And so this little gadget, incredible, life-changing.
Yeah, and maybe they have them in the States. I don't know. I just never seen one.
No.
So we were really glad to stumble across that. Another thing when we first got here that I was impressed with, it just makes a lot of sense, is how they package some of their food products. Think about your mayonnaise jar in your refrigerator or your jelly jar in the refrigerator. It gets kind of messy as you get towards the bottom, gets on the side of the knife, and then it's on your hands and it's on the lid, and it's just messy. So the solution that they have here in Costa Rica is they put these things in pouches. So it's clean. You just unscrew this, squeeze as much as you need onto your sandwich or whatever, and there's no runs, no drips, no errors, as the old Krylon commercial used to say. And I just
so dating yourself.
I know, right? So I just thought, again, so impressed. Simple solution, very effective, affordable.
And that's living in the city in San Ramon. He is selling vegetables. So the feria is on Fridays and Saturdays, and then this guy comes around on Sundays and out of the back of his truck is selling more fruits and vegetables.
And they drive around town with a truck with a big, huge speaker on the top, yelling to the speaker through the speaker. Think Blues Brothers, and they're promoting the concerts. And they're driving around. Jake and Elwood Blues are driving around in this old car with this big speaker strapped to the roof. It's exactly what's going on behind us.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Fun in Costa Rica.
Yeah. Another thing that I found really impressive and helpful and smart is how the traffic lights here are structured and timed. So let me start with how it is in Austin. In Austin, if you're coming up to a traffic light and it turns yellow, you and the 3 cars behind you gun it. If you don't gun it, the car behind you will probably rear end you, push you into the intersection, and you'll get T-boned by somebody else. So in Austin, you run yellow lights just as much as you possibly can. I don't know how many times I ran a yellow light and looked up and said, man, it's already red. And there's 2 cars following me through that same intersection. Yellow light means nothing. Here, they've done it quite a bit differently. You'll see that the green light starts flashing before the amber comes on. And I've timed it the times I've been driving. If you let off the accelerator as soon as you see it flash and start braking, everyone is expected to do that. Everyone actually does that. It gives you plenty of time to stop, and you're not in that indecisive moment where your foot's going between the brake and the gas and braking the gas. What am I going to do? When you see it start flashing, you just automatically go to the brake. Everybody here does that. Nobody runs red lights, and it's just a simple, smart solution. So those are some of the things we've been really impressed with. Let us know what you think about some of those ideas. And we would love for you to like and subscribe to our channel. We're Matt and Mary Lamb. We're Lambs on the Lamb. This is our middle-class midlife makeover. Come along with us. Maybe you're thinking about moving to another country. Maybe it's Costa Rica. We want to help you with that. We want to give you some insights about how to do that.